And welcome to our first Macintosh Monday of 2023. I'm Mike, and I'm here to bring you the Apple news. Let's hop right into it with the iPhone 14 Pro shortage. Is a story that I've been following for a little while now, so I just wanted to give you the update. According to analysts from JP Morgan, the supply of iPhone 14 Pros have improved. So the lead time has gone from 25 days now down to 22 days for the wait, and apparently in-store availability is also a lot better as well. So if you remember, Apple was having a lot of issues with their supply chain, specifically their factory in China where they had the COVID restrictions, and also the factory just had a bunch of issues related to conditions at the factory. So now that stuff's starting to improve. Hopefully more people will get their iPhone 14 Pros. I know on the initial video when I reported it, a lot of people were saying that they were still waiting, which really sucks, especially if you're looking forward to a new phone. And this is kind of a big upgrade year for the Pro. So hopefully everybody out there can get their phone soon. But if you want to hold out, it's possible that the iPhone 15 Pro might have a significant chip upgrade. Apple supplier in Taiwan, TSMC, has begun mass production on their new 3nm chips. So right now, they're on 5nm currently for the iPhone, for the M1 and M2. Basically, all of their chips are on 5nm. So they're going to be going to 3nm. And the reason that that's a good thing is because, of course, they're going to be faster, but also they're going to be up to 35% more efficient as far as battery. So they're going to be more powerful and use less battery. So the next iPhone 15 Pro, if it uses that chip, then it could not only be more powerful, but of course the battery life could be even better than what it is right now. The other part of the rumor is they could be using the 3nm chips in the upcoming M2 Pro as well. Of course, the regular M2 is already out and it's still on 5nm, but we really haven't seen any of the high-end chips like the Pro. So it's possible that the updated MacBook Pro 14 and 16 inch as well as the Mac Studio could also be on 3nm, but we'll see what happens when Apple finally announces those products and the higher-end M2 chips. Alright, so this next story we're talking about does deal with claims as far as racial discrimination. So let's hop into it. So basically Apple is being sued over the Apple Watch, and the claims are related to the blood oxygen sensor. So a lot of these sensors in the Apple Watch are based off of light. So the lawsuit is alleging that for darker skinned people, the blood oxygen sensor isn't accurate, and they're claiming historically that these type of sensors, these light-based ones, have not been accurate for darker skinned people. Now Apple hasn't responded to the lawsuit, but they do have a write-up about the sensor on their page. It says that they accounted for darker skin tones by basically boosting the light output when the watch detects darker skin tones, so that way it can still read blood oxygen. Now the person pursuing this lawsuit claims that there have been scientific studies to prove that the sensor is not accurate. I don't personally follow any medical related stuff, so this is the first time that I'm hearing about it. And also I don't use the blood oxygen sensor in the Apple Watch. I just got the 8 this year, and I had the 5 before, so I didn't have the blood oxygen sensor, and I haven't really messed around with it. And I don't really go to the hospital that often either, so I'm not really a good person to say if it's accurate or not. I am interested to see what Apple's direct response will be to this, and I'm also interested to see if there'll be any independent scientific studies about this that might prove that maybe there is an issue or maybe there's not. I mean, this is the first time I'm really hearing about it, so I'm interested to see where it goes. In our final story, let's talk about Apple's display technology. Of course, in their phones, in the higher end phones at least, excluding the SE, they're using OLED displays, but, you know, in the higher end MacBooks and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, like this one, they're using mini LED. Well, there's speculation that Apple might be switching from mini LED in their higher end displays, and this rumor is based off of one of Apple's mini LED suppliers. They're saying the demand for mini LED is shifting from the consumer market probably to more business-oriented markets. It just said other markets in the article, but that's what I'm guessing, maybe some kind of professional display. But the rumor is that they might be switching to OLEDs for those displays. And it's also rumored that Samsung is working on the OLED displays for the upcoming iPad Pro that we could see either this year or next year. And also there's a rumored MacBook Air with an OLED display for 2024. So to me, this will make a lot of sense, especially because now we have those higher refresh rate OLED displays being more readily available. And if they do get cheaper than mini LED displays, it definitely makes sense for Apple to switch most of their product line over to OLED that was previously using mini LED. So there hasn't been anywhere if the MacBook Pro 14 and 16 are going to switch, but I would think if the MacBook Air actually does switch over, that they will probably be next in line for the screen upgrade as well. Maybe if they do switch to OLED, we could finally get an 11-inch iPad Pro with an OLED screen, since the current iPad Pro for the last 2 generations, the 11-inch has not had the mini LED screen like the 12.9 does. And that was the whole reason that I upgraded, because I originally had the 2018 11-inch. I upgraded to the M1 iPad Pro 12.9 just because I wanted that mini LED display. This is still a good size and it's pretty light, it's pretty easy to handle, but I kind of like having the option to go back to the 11 if I want to, and I'm not going back with the display being what it is. Not that it's bad, but the mini LED is definitely better. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for the day, but let me know what you think down below. Are you still waiting for your iPhone 14 Pro? Are you excited to see what Apple does with their new 3nm architecture? Have you heard about this potential issue with the blood oxygen sensor? And would you be excited to see Apple's tablets and laptops switch to OLED screens? Again, let me know down below. You have a great rest of your day. Peace out.